Good morning or good afternoon. Happy Saturday. We're here at the weekend. And as we know, as mortgage and real estate professionals, Saturday and Sunday are some of the biggest harvest days for us to find opportunity. So I hope you're out there successfully in finding your opportunity. Speaking of opportunity, today I want to talk about this morning. I want to talk about T360's opportunity report. And let's start by just going back and talking about how we got here. About 10 years ago, NAR commissioned T360 to come up with a report to highlight where the risk lies going forward. I think it was called the Danger Report, and it was groundbreaking. And here you can see in an article they're talking about the Danger Report. And it was a lengthy report and saying, here's all the danger that NAR faces in the upcoming decade and 2 decades and 3 decades. Well, flash forward to this year, which is 10 years later, and NAR said, hey, T360, can you please now do what's called an opportunity report? And based on all the changes that's happened, based on the legal challenges, the legislative challenges, tell us how we can capitalize on the opportunity that lies in front of us. And so the sequel to the Danger Report is actually the Opportunity Report, and this is what it looks like. This is the actual Opportunity Report. As you might be able to see, it's 114 pages. You can, by the way, you can easily download the Opportunity Report. It's a little chunky. I'm going to put a link to a method for you to get to the Opportunity Report, and also put a link to the article from Inman highlighting the Opportunity Report. And the article is probably sufficient because it calls out the 20 items that are most important on the Opportunity Report. So I'll put links to those in my notes. Also know whenever I do a live, I back it up by doing a LinkedIn post, which has a summary of the content I'm covering and applicable links. And so if you ever want to take a shortcut, go to my LinkedIn, look at my post. You can take a summary, get the links to the content. So let's talk about the Opportunity Report. Now, hopefully, with any luck, I'll be able to bring up the 20. Here we go. Let's go with this. Let me show you the 20 things on the Opportunity Report. Here they are. And I'm just going to read through them, but when I read through them, I'm going to then kind of summarize them for you so you guys get a gist of what they are. And as you can see, here's the 20. First is decouple buyer and seller agent compensation. That's already happened. That one's kind of in the past. 2, establish best practices for buyer services. 3, enhance credibility with the consumer. 4, elevate agents, a new perspective on their role. 5, digitize the real estate transaction with AI. 6, thrive amid commission compression. 7, reinvent the brokerage model for a new era. 8, harness the power of mergers. 9, maximize the strength of teams. 10, drive market transparency, the clear cooperation path forward. I'll tell you what that is in a minute. 11, separate MLS organizations from realtor associations. 12, cultivate the future of real estate with a modern new professional. 13, maximizing the value through consolidated MLSs. 14, rebuilding trust, a strategy to re-engage NAR members. 15, evolving beyond the three-way agreement. Tell you what that is in a second. 16, realtor associations must streamline and unite. 17, reimagine what realtor association leadership means. 18, prioritize advocacy as NAR's central mission. 19, enhance professionalism with strong licensing requirements. And 20 is make homeownership an affordable dream again. Now, these are just 20 highlights from the report as called out by Inman News. You can go to the 114-page report. There's far more recommendations than just 20. You can read the article on Inman News to get an explanation of each one of these points. But let me boil it down for you. Let me do some of the lifting here. There's 20 points. 9 of them relate to how NAR, the local boards, or MLSs can improve. So almost half the points are, hey, NAR, local boards, MLSs, you have to get better. That's the first thing, because the NAR and local boards are starting to lose credibility with their membership. And so they say, look, you got to get better. With NAR, there's a whole bunch of recommendations. You can check out the report. But the first thing is, one, NAR, you need a new governing process. Today, NAR is governed by, committees and boards with hundreds of people on them. And they send task force with 200 people on them. The governing body is like 800 people. Nothing gets done. They're it's very hard to get consensus. It's a very slow operation. They need to disband the board or the committee that runs it, the governing committee, and just start over, right? The next thing is, what this report says is decouple the MLSs from the boards, from the various boards. Like, make them separate. Don't make it a conflict of interest. Just let the MLSs be on their own. Another suggestion is make the MLSs statewide, so there's only one MLS per state. I think, a bigger hint is there just needs to be a national MLS for efficiency and access. The next thing, this thing about the thing about uncouple the three boards, that is local, state, and federal. Right now, there's a three-way agreement. If you're a licensed real estate agent, if you're a member of NAR, you have to belong to your local board, the state, and the national organization. Agents have been really pushing back, and there's actually a couple lawsuits right now. They're pushing back going, hey, these organizations give us zero value. Like, in some places, the local board doesn't have a lot of value. In some places, it does. In some places, the state board has no value. In some places, like I would say California and Florida as an example, they're super strong and they're super valuable. And so they're saying, don't force us to join all three, especially when they have no value. Now, recently, the president of NAR said, hey, no way, we are not getting rid of that rule of the three-way agreement. We're just instead going to fortify our values so members want to, belong to all three organizations. But T360 said, no, get rid of that rule. So the gist was with NAR, improve your governing body. 2, and quit being so bureaucratic. 3, separate the MLSs from the boards. 4, stop the three-way agreement, right? They also talked about, some of the things like the clear cooperation. Now, what the report said, because that is very controversial right now, and I've opined about this before. I probably will rant about it again, not here. But what T360 is says, solve it. They don't tell them how to solve it, but they're like, solve it now, because it's causing a problem. It's causing division in our membership. So have leadership and make a decision. Don't let it fester out there, is what they're saying. So 9 of them are related to NAR, local boards, and MLSs. 6 of them, this is really interesting, and it comes out clearly in the report, and it comes out clearly in the articles about the report. 6 of the items are, hey, NAR, help real estate agents get better. Meaning, and what it says is raise the bar to getting licensed, raise the bar for being part of your membership, raise the bar on education, teach agents how to be more valuable, right? 6 items, 6 of the 20 say, hey, the gist is we're not professional enough. We're not seen as being professionals. We need to quit being order takers. We need to start becoming more educated, higher standards. We need to start, and what I loved, we got to start becoming advisors versus transaction coordinators. We need to start becoming wealth advisors, right? So a full 30% of the points were help our membership get better. The bottom half of our membership shouldn't even be selling real estate. Don't allow it kind of attitude. Found that really, really, really interesting. The next switch, if getting the membership to be better, higher standards is 30%, and improve NAR, the boards, MLSs is 45%. That means we only have 5 points left. 3 of those points were related to just how we can improve the industry, what things can get better, which spoke to allowing more mergers, supporting mergers from brokerages, supporting bigger team dynamics. So there are things like that. And then 2 of them had to do with, only 2 of the 20 points had to do with consumers. Like the 20 opportunities for NAR, 9 of them, NAR get better. 6 of them, agents get better. 3 of them, improve some of the structures within inside the real estate industry. And then two are, hey, let's try to help the consumer. For me, I think maybe I might have started with how we can be more valuable to the consumer. I understand this is an internal looking document. The two things they said how we can be better to the consumer is, one, we need to advocate stronger for home ownership. And then second, we need to educate potential homeowners on the benefits and the process of buying a home. Those are the 2 points. I think that might be the vision statement, is here's what we're here for. But that's the report. It's chunky. You can glean some good stuff out of it. Hopefully this quick summary you found helpful. Like I said, I'll put links to it both in my notes below. But if you just want the down and dirty, matter of fact, in my LinkedIn, I list the 20 items. You just want the down and dirty, go to my LinkedIn. That will give you a shortcut to understanding this. But whether you're a real estate agent watching this or you're a loan officer, we should be aware of this. I love the idea that NAR is starting to look forward, not with fear, but going on the attack. Right? It's time to attack. It's time to go build your value, to prove your value, to absolutely reestablish your value, both for agents and these different industry organizations. I like it. I like the modernization. I love separating the MLSs from the boards. I love making MLS national, not just local. I think there's something like 548 MLSs or some crazy number. Should really just be one in today's, with today's technology. I mean, Zillow is essentially, MLS, and it's national. But so I definitely like the modernizing that's talking here. I definitely think they need to modernize their leadership structure. And so check out the report. If you're a loan officer, I would openly talk about this with my real estate agents, see what they think. I would love to hear their opinion, see how you can help them. If they need to make adjustments or if they're expanding into any of these 20 things, how can you help? And then, see how all this serves the consumer better, and just remind consumers that are using these agents how your agent is more valuable and striving to be more valuable every day. So that is the opportunity report from T360 as presented in the Inman article. I'll put links to both in my notes. Hope you have a great Saturday. Go out there and harvest the opportunity. Good luck. I'll talk to you again soon.